AITA for not helping a child when they fell over? Today I, 19 meters, was waiting for my girlfriend at our local park. I was waiting on a bench looking at ducks in the pond when a child right in front of me off his scooter, probably 6, fell over. I laughed. Not out loud. The child was crying, being dramatic, when its mother came rushing in checking if he's bleeding. He was not. He wasn't even scratched. The woman looked up at me, seeing me slightly grin, asking why I didn't help him. I responded, "He isn't hurt, so why do I need to help him?" She got pissy and said, "If he was bleeding from his head, would you help?" I said, "No, probably not." She started having a go at me, acting like I should have helped a random dramatic child up from the floor when he isn't even injured. I walked away, and from a distance you could hear her yelling. I can't tell if I wasn't the asshole or I was, 'cause he ain't my kid, he ain't my responsibility. Calm down, edgelord. YTA. YTA. The bare minimum when you see anyone fall right in front of you, kid, adult, elderly, is to ask, "Are you okay?" You definitely shouldn't touch the child, but it would be nice to say, "Where is your grown-up? Do you want me to get their attention?" Or something like that. Calm down, edgelord. The world can't handle how cool you are. YTA. This just reads like a 15-year-old trying to be edgy. Yes. YTA. Normal humans react when a child hurts themselves. Get up and ask the kid if he's okay. You're also a major off for describing a child crying when he falls off his scooter as being dramatic. YTA. Not because you didn't help the kid, but because your attitude just sucks. YTA for laughing at an injured kid and grinning at the spectacle. Who does that? You wouldn't necessarily be an awe for not helping, but YTA for your whole attitude. YTA. Be decent. If someone gets hurt right in front of you, you offer assistance or reassurance. "You good, champ?" would have covered it. Instead, you were an asshole. I'd be ashamed of you if you were my son. YTA. Not for not helping in the first place. People often don't like it when strangers get involved when the parents are right there, I think. But for grinning and telling the mom that you probably wouldn't have done anything if the child had been seriously hurt. Totally unnecessary. Yeah, you didn't have to help the kid. But literally everything else about this post makes you an awe, from the way you wrote it to the things you said to the way you reacted to the kid and his mother. YTA. NTA technically. But your attitude makes me feel like generally YTA. The way you repeatedly mention laughing at him and then saying you wouldn't help even if he was bleeding from the head gives big awe energy. YTA. Laughing at a kid crying after falling off his bike is pretty twisted. Your lack of empathy is disturbing. Maybe get some therapy. YTA. Laughing and saying you wouldn't even help when a child was bleeding from the head? Sociopathic. Not helping someone in need is illegal in my country. YTA. Let's see. Amused by someone a child's pain? Check. Not willing to provide even the smallest amount of help to a child in need? Check. Unable to feel sympathy for others? Check. Posts bogus stuff on the internet designed to elicit a shocked response? Check. It's confirmed. You are an awe. A non-a person would have stood up, walked over, asked the child if they were okay, and then looked around to make sure a parent or caregiver was on the way. You can do all of that without having to physically interact with a stranger's child. You don't even have to provide actual help. Just show some basic human kindness and concern. YTA. Damn man. I understand not wanting to get near the kid, but you can't even ask him if he's okay? And you grin at the fact he's crying? That poor kid. Don't help anyone without permission, particularly children. That's how you get sued. NTA. You must have a boring and underachieving life to come to a forum to brag about not helping a kid. YTA. This reads like an edgy fantasy. YTA. You didn't need to laugh. You say the kid was being dramatic. He was probably shocked and scared by the fall, even if not hurt. And crying as a result of that. Still not funny. Your lack of empathy and compassion is concerning. You chose to be an asshole at every point in this scenario. I'm baffled that with you lack of regard for others that you have a girlfriend. Are you this selfish with her too? You laughed at someone else's misfortune. Not just anyone, but a helpless 6-year-old. A laugh can be a reflexive reaction. But you clearly feel no remorse. The least you could have done is ask if he is okay to confirm. Even without physical pain, an event like this can be traumatic for a young child. And asking avoids any concerns about touching someone else's child. The bleeding from his head real response is the real zinger. Learn some compassion. YTA.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. AmITheAsshole is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.